All right, so let's talk about Shiba Inu. I'm going to explain the parameters of my trade that I'm currently in. I am in a long trade. I'm not normally long on meme coins, but I do believe that with meme coins, there is an optimal time to be long, right? There's an optimal short period of time where being long is extremely rewarding. Even in some of these retracements, meme coins can move extremely aggressively with a high degree of volatility, and it can benefit you greatly to be in at the right times. If you're just hodling for the long term, you're just going to get bled out, right? But we have broken this long-term downtrend line. This is a 600 over a 600-day downtrend line that we have just now poked our head out of. We're testing as support as we speak. This in and of itself is something to be bullish about. On top of that, you have what I would call an ascending triangle, right? An ascending triangle forming here on the lower time frame. And that's another bullish pattern. Doesn't always have to be bullish, but frequently does resolve to the upside, right? Beyond that, we do have actually some utility and a bit of a catalyst coming for Shiba Inu. They're launching their Shibarium Layer 2, and Layer 2s in the space are fetching super high valuations. Optimism, Arbitrum, Base, you name Polygon, you name it. They've multi-billion-dollar valuations. Obviously, Base doesn't have a token, but even Base, which was just recently launched, you have meme coins on Base that and they end up being rug pulls mostly, but you have meme coins that ran up to almost $100 million in valuation and in market cap. So you have a native layer 2 meme coin chain essentially launching in Shibarium that'll probably be used heavily for meme coin speculation, and that date is coming up rather quickly, and this could be certainly a buy the rumor, sell the news event. We shall see. So I'm going to get rid of that. I'm going to keep that vertical level there, and I'm going to show you why I think this is a decent place to go long, roughly at 0.0, 5 zeros and then an 8, right? We'll just call it 800. Keeping a stop loss down here. So the first tool I've got up here, this is simply the risk reward tool. We're just measuring risk reward we're isolating for our most recent move downwards. We're just trying to capture the points, isolate the points where the incentives for risk reward shift. So essentially what this 25.25 retracement is telling us is that's our 3-to-1. It's our 3-to-1 risk reward level. Meaning if your reward scenario is a return to this most recent high, our last test of the downtrend line that failed, and your risk scenario is all the way down here, making a new low, that is going to give you 3-to-1 risk reward. And that's the same for all market participants that are looking at this. So essentially what you have is a scenario where once you've popped through this level and you go back down below it or you test it, anyone who's bullish can start getting 3-to-1 risk reward parameters, which is really nice. And oftentimes you'll see this level, this key level, the 3-to-1 risk reward level, act as key resistance, which it has, and then we've broken through, right? And hopefully now it acts as support. At least that's how we're trading it. So you have an interesting level there. And then if we take this a step further and we actually isolate for our most recent trend here, you get a similar level in here as well, kind of at the crux of our uptrend line and our downtrend level. So this is going to be exact at 8 or 795. So roughly another support resistance level, and this is going to be your 3-to-1 short level. So once we drop below this, you can no longer short. With your risk scenario being a new high and your reward scenario being a new low, right? So that's going to make it less likely for shorts or less incentive. There's going to be less incentive in the market for shorts to come in if this were to drop below 795 or so. So you have confluent support and resistance on your risk reward parameters, right? You have pretty straightforward long-term trend line to find support on the back of. You have a shorter term uptrend line that we could very easily just keep and hold. And then on top of that, we're going to isolate for leverage traders, trading behavior in the market. So if we throw our local low, our margin pressure level tool here on our local low, This is just going to show us where you can start using 2x long leverage, or I'm sorry, 3x. This is our 3x long margin pressure level. Where can the market go long on 3x leverage while hiding a liquidation point below this local low? And that's at 814, right? So again, another confluent level of resistance or support in here. Now that we've broken through it, turns into support. You can see the initial resistance here. After we made this local low, we held resistance twice, we broke through it, we've held support. I personally entered on this ascending triangle initially on the third touch, somewhere around here, and then I added to my position yesterday evening, last night, at 815. And you can see we've gotten a bounce here on the daily, right? We've gotten a pretty clear bounce. We'll see if this ends up holding. But I added to my position on this support level. And my trade is technically my entry point's a little bit lower because I entered down here and I entered here, but just for the sake of the last entry, this is the structure of the trade, right? We just want to keep that stop loss down here, and I'll show you why I'm keeping it a little bit lower than usual. Ideally on an ascending triangle, we just want to keep it below this uptrend line, keep it also below ideally this downtrend line in case that breaks, that invalidates our trade as well. But if we throw in our short margin pressure levels from our most recent high, make sure I've got this on the correct wick. You're going to see this short margin pressure level, this 1x short margin pressure level coming in at 788. So I want to keep my stop just in case we get a little bit of a wild wick here, especially if Bitcoin crashes a little bit down to, let's say, 28.5 or 28K down to its trend line. Maybe Shiba Inu takes a little wild wick down there. We'll see. But I probably tighten this up a little bit. And what is essentially happening with this red line, and the reason that's acting as support, is it's the point at which you can no longer, right? When price action drops back down below this level, you can no longer short Shiba Inu on 1x leverage and maintain a liquidation point above that local high. So your incentive, the market incentive to short, is diminishing. So you have all of these shifting market incentives in this region, and we've broken through them as resistance, and now they act as support. Now, if we just see price invalidate, or if we see price dip below these levels and this turns into a deviation, fine. That means we're probably going back down lower, right? That invalidates our trade. We'll just get stopped out, right? Everything's got risk reward on it. The risk scenario can happen, but with a catalyst coming up and bullish price action and breaking through all of this and all of this resistance, turning it into support, I mean, it's a pretty straightforward trade. So the last thing I'll throw back on here is our risk reward levels, just so you can see our price target is up here, right? So for the same reasons, we have a 2x short margin pressure level, a 2x long margin pressure level, and our midpoint, or our 1-to-1 risk reward level, all coming in around 1052 to 1086 or so. So that's going to be our take profit level. Really straightforward. Like this is just a straightforward. Even if we don't realize, even if we just get to the short level here, that's going to give us 6.69 to 1 risk reward. That's going to be I believe it'll be a plus EV trade, and that's why I'm taking it. And that's why I added to my position here. If it comes back down to stop me out, it comes back down to stop me out. That's fine. It's going to happen sometimes. If it revalidates, we'll just jump right back in. The risk reward won't be as ideal, but revalidating a trade is usually revalidating a trend line, usually a very, very bullish signal. You get chopped up a little bit, but still get to realize most of the gains on the trade if you're willing to jump back in. Guys, thanks so much for tuning in. If this was helpful, please let me know in the comments or the replies on Twitter, comments on YouTube. Like, follow, subscribe. If you want access to these indicators, go check out Systine.ai. You can grab them. As for a one-time price, this indicators bundle here, you get access to all those indicators that I use, plus a couple of extras. You can also join the Research Hub, which is a monthly $49 a month subscription where you get access to the indicators bundle, but you also get access to the asymmetric risk reward opportunities that we identify in the crypto market. We post them on the site in the Research Hub, and we also send them directly to your inbox, right? So these are all the plays that we've had. We've had some pretty successful ones so far this year. We've got those on the homepage, but there's more content in here. than you could realistically go through in a month anyways. And there's a lot of educational content in there, airdrop guides, as well as those plays that we identify that are very, very popular with the subscribers. If you want to subscribe to our newsletter, we have it's a free newsletter, research.sistine.ai/snippets. That'll be in the description or the link below. Increase your Web3 IQ. These are just short form digestible news and analysis that's just sent directly to your inbox. And if you can't tune into all of these videos or live streams, totally understand. This actually needs to, this is weird. You can go to charts.sistine.ai. I'll fix this. I don't know why this didn't update, but we'll just send you the chart that we go over in the daily video and daily live stream. We'll just send the bullet points in the chart to you directly in your email inbox. So that's at charts.sistine.ai. I'll get this fixed, but you can join that mailing list as well. All right, guys, thanks so much for tuning in. Catch you next time. Oh, last thing, there's links in the description below for BTCC if you're looking for an exchange to trade on leverage on in the US, and Bybit if you're not in the US. Other than that, thanks so much for tuning in. We'll catch you next time. Peace.